Welcome to Songwriters at Play, highlights from the live music events held all over the Central Coast. This month, we celebrate the 103rd anniversary of the birth of Woodrow Wilson Guthrie, the folk singer best known as the writer of This Land Is Your Land. Songwriters at Play host Steve Key has produced at least a couple of dozen Woody tributes over the years, and he kicked off our last one in San Luis Obispo on July 18th, 2014. Now here's two Woody songs from Steve and then two by Dan Mazer, also known as Banjer Dan.
My father worked for Pan Am Airlines. I would tell the kids in school my dad worked for Pan Am. And what's the first thing they would say? Is he a stewardess? Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Alice. That was real good. Is he a pilot? Yeah, that's what they'd say. They'd always say that. I'd say, no, he's just a mechanic. I don't think my father liked hearing that. So I came across this Woody Guthrie song. I said, well, this is made for my father right here. A curly-headed kid with a sunshiny smile heard the roar of a plane as it sailed through the sky. To her playmate she cried with a bright twinkling eye, my daddy flies that ship in the sky. Oh, my daddy flies that ship in the sky. My daddy flies that ship in the sky. Mama's not afraid, and neither am I. My daddy flies that ship in the sky. A pug-nosed kid then kicked up his heel, said, my daddy works in the iron and steel. If you're not afraid, well, neither am I. 'Cause my daddy keeps your daddy up there so high. Yeah, my daddy keeps your daddy up there so high. My daddy keeps your daddy up there so high. If you're not afraid, well, neither am I. My daddy keeps your daddy up there so high. Oh, by the way, it is legal to sing along if you want to. I just thought I'd mention that. A freckle-faced girl pinched her toe in the sand. Said, my daddy works at the place where they land. So you tell your mama, don't be afraid, 'cause my dad'll bring your daddy back home again. Yeah, my dad'll bring your daddy back home again. My dad'll bring your daddy back home again. You tell your mama, don't be afraid, 'cause my dad'll bring your daddy back home again. Now, of course, us modern folk singers, we are a politically correct bunch. So I was singing this song for a while, and I was thinking to myself, you know, it might have been nice if Woody had mentioned there were women in the workforce too, you know. So I set about updating this song. I failed. I kept coming up with lines like, my mom will bring your daddy back home again. Now that's not going to work. That's not gonna work. You just got to let Woody be Woody sometimes, you know. My daddy flies that ship in the sky. My daddy flies that ship in the sky. Mama's not afraid, and neither am I. My daddy flies that ship in the sky. Oh, my daddy flies that ship in the sky. I do have to tell you about a couple performers who were not able to join us tonight. Local performer Aaron English hasn't been feeling well lately. And then there's Frankie Fuchs. I met Frankie last year. He played Woody Guthrie tribute with us at the Shell Cafe down in Pismo Beach. We had a great time. I liked Frankie's stories about Woody, because Frankie actually met Woody. I mean, it was the point of Woody's life where Woody was basically in the hospital with Huntington's disease for like the last, 13, 15 years of his life, something like that. But Frankie tells a story about his mom, was also named Shirley, by the way, out in Brooklyn, New York, which is where we're from. And Frankie's mom was best friends with Marjorie Guthrie, Woody's second wife, who's the mother of Arlo and Nora and Jody. And Frankie and the Guthrie kids would get together at least once a week, and they'd bring Woody out of the hospital, and they'd have kind of a gathering. A lot of people would want to come around and see Woody, even though he wasn't really able to talk or interact all that much. But I guess it made a big impression on Frankie, because he ended up producing several tribute albums, especially the children's songs. In fact, that last song that I played was on a tribute album that it's called Daddy, Oh Daddy. It was on the Rounder label. A woman named Sid Straw sang Ship in the Sky. And Frankie did a lot of Woody Guthrie tribute shows. So when he came to us last year, I mean, he was just a total pro. Played a lot of great songs. Invited him to do some of our showcases. He came up and played Letitia Winery and Sculptera Winery last year. Earlier this year, he found out he had pancreatic cancer. As I speak, he is in hospice, so he may be in his final hours. This is a song that Frankie always enjoyed playing of Woody Guthrie's. Been having some hard traveling, I thought you know. Been having some hard traveling way down the road. I've been having some hard traveling, hard rambling, hard gambling. I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. Been riding them fast rattlers, I thought you know. I've been riding them flat wheelers way down the road. I've been riding them blind passengers, dead enders, kicking up cinders. I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. Been hitting some hard rock mining, I thought, you know. I've been leaning on a pressure drill way down the road. Hammer flying, air hose sucking, 6 foot of mud, and I sure been mucking. I've been hitting some hard traveling, Lord. I've been hitting some hard harvesting, I thought, you know. North Dakota to Kansas City, way down the road. Cutting that weed, stacking that hay, trying to make about $1 a day. I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. I've been working that Pittsburgh steel, I thought, you know. Been dumping that red-hot slag way down the road. I've been blasting, I've been firing, I've been pouring that red-hot iron. I've been having some hard traveling, Lord. Oh, I've been laying in a hard rock jail, I thought, you know. Been laying out 90 days way down the road. Damned old judge, he said to me, well, it's 90 days for vagrancy. And I've been hitting some hard traveling, Lord. Been walking that Lincoln Highway, I thought, you know. I've been hitting that 66 way down the road. Heavy load and a worried mind, looking for a woman who's hard to find. Oh, I've been hitting some hard traveling, Lord. Yeah, I've been hitting some hard traveling, Lord. Well, thank you very much.
This is for all of our friends at the Federal Reserve who will soon be out of a job if I have my way. My name is Tom Cranker, and I'm a jolly banker. I'm a jolly banker am I. I safeguard the farmers and widows and orphans. I'm a jolly banker am I. That's a real easy chorus. I'm sure you can all sing it with me, just as Woody would have insisted that you do. When dust storms are sailing and crops they are failing, I'm a jolly banker am I. I check on your shortage and bring down your mortgage, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When money you're needing and mouths you are feeding, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll plaster your home with a furniture loan, 'cause I'm a jolly banker am I. If you show me you need it, I'll let you have credit. I'm a jolly banker am I. Just bring me back two for the one that I lend you, 'cause I'm a jolly banker am I. When your car you're losing and sadly you're cruising, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll come in for clothes, get your car and your clothes, 'cause I'm a jolly banker am I. When the bugs get your cotton and times they are rotten, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll come down and help you, I'll rake you and scalp you, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When the landlords abuse you or sadly misuse you, I'm a jolly banker am I. And just like he told Pete Seeger, I'll send down the police chief to keep you from mischief, 'cause I'm a jolly banker am I. My name is Tom Cranker and I'm a jolly banker. I safeguard the farmers and the widows and the orphans. Ready? My name is Tom Cranker, and I'm a jolly banker. I'm a jolly banker am I. I safeguard the farmers and widows and orphans, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. This one is called It's Against the Law. And I dedicate this to all those brave senators and congressmen who voted for the Patriot Act without reading it. It's against the law to walk. It's against the law to talk. It's against the law to loaf. And it's against the law to work. It's against the law to read. It's against the law to write. It's against the law to be a black or a brown or a white. Everything's against the law. I'm a low-pay daddy living in a high-price world. It's against the law to eat. It's against the law to drink. It's against the law to worry. It's against the law to think. It's against the law to marry or to try to settle down. It's against the law to ramble like a bum from town to town. Everything's against the law. I'm a low-pay daddy singing the high-price blues. It's against the law to come, it's against the law to go, it's against the law to ride, and it's against the law to roll. It's against the law to hug, it's against the law to kiss, it's against the law to shoot, and it's against the law to miss. Everything's against the law. I'm a low-paid daddy singing the high-price blues. It's against the law to gamble. It's against the law to roam. It's against the law to organize or try to build a home. It's against the law to sing. It's against the law to dance. It's against the law to tell you about the trouble on my hands. Everything's against the law. I'm a low-paid daddy singing the high-price blues.
Wow, banjos rock. At least that's what Banjo Dan says at his shows. He played 2 songs from the catalog of Woody Guthrie, as did Steve Key, the host of Songwriters at Play, who began that set. We recorded them at the tribute to Woody Guthrie in San Luis Obispo on July 18, 2014. This Friday, July 10th, we'll be gathering again to pay tribute to Woody, this time at Dambino Cellars in Paso Robles. Details on this and our other shows are found on the calendar page of songwritersatplay.com. Coming up next, more Woody songs, covered by Randall Lamb and the singer known as Lost Hills, on Songwriters at Play. Brought to you in part by Central Coast Music, celebrating 25 years in Morro Bay and still matching or beating online prices. And McPhee's Grill, 20 years in Templeton, now open at historic Sebastian's, across from Hearst Castle. And by the Singing Dentist, Dr. Brian Hanratty, in Pismo Beach.
Hi, Ian McPhee here. It has been 20 years since we opened McPhee's Grill in Templeton. As we look forward to another 20, I would like to thank all of our customers for their lasting support. Now for something new. Visit us at historic Sebastian's in beautiful San Simeon, located across Highway 1 from the entrance to Hearst Castle. Come join us by the beach for local grass-fed Hearst Ranch beef burgers, grilled fresh fish, deli sandwiches, and salads. Every Tuesday through Sunday, 11:30 to 4.
McPhee's Grill, across from the grain elevator in picturesque downtown Templeton. And now at the beach, across the street from Hearst Castle at historic Sebastian's.
Welcome back to Songwriters at Play. Where are the folk singers of today, you might ask? Those troubadours who sing protest songs like they did in the 60s. They're still out there, traveling the back roads, playing union rallies, and sometimes our stages too. A prime example is 2 of our favorite folkies paying tribute to folk hero Woody Guthrie. First up in the next set, Randall Lamb, and then the singer from Kern County known as Lost Hills.
This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, it don't carry nothing but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, no crapshooters, no midnight ramblers. This train is bound for glory, this train. train don't carry no liars. This train don't carry no liars. This train don't carry no liars. She streamlined a midnight flyer. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no smokers. This train don't carry no smokers. This train don't carry no smokers, two-bit liars and small-time jokers. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no con men. This train don't carry no con men. This train don't carry no con men, wheelers, dealers, here and gone men. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Don't carry nothing but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train. Thanks a lot. Tom Jude got out of that old McAllister pen. Was there he got his parole. After 4 long years on a man-killing charge, Tom Jude come a-walking down the road, poor boy. Tom Jude come a-walking down the road. Was there he met a truck-driving man, and he got himself a ride. He said, I just got loose from that McAllister pen on a charge called homicide. A charge called homicide. Well, the truck rolled away in a big cloud of dust, and Tommy turned his face towards home. And he met Preacher Casey and they had a little drink, and he found that his family, they had gone. Tom Joad found that his family, they had gone. Well, he found his mother's old-fashioned shoe, and he found his daddy's hat, and he found little Muley, and Muley said, been tractored out by the cats. Tom, they've been tractored out by the cats. Tom Joad walked down to the neighbor's farm, and he found his family. And he took Preacher Casey and they loaded in a truck. His mother said, we got to get away, Tom. Mother said we got to get away. Well, the 12 of the Joads made a mighty heavy load, and Grandpa Joad, he cried. He picked up a handful of land in his hand. He said, I'm sticking with my farm until I die. He said, I'm sticking with my farm until I die. Fed him coffee and spare ribs and soothing syrup, but Grandpa Joad, he died. They buried Grandpa Joad by the side of the road. They buried Grandma on the California side. They buried Grandma on the California side. Well, they stood on the mountain and they looked to the west, and it looked like the promised land. There was a bright green valley with a river running through. There was work for every single hand. They thought there was work for every single hand. Well, the Jodes rolled away to a jungle camp, and there they cooked them a stew. And the hungry little kids in the jungle camp said, we'd like to have some too. Ma'am, we'd like to have some too. Now a deputy sheriff fired loose at a man, and he shot a woman in the back. But before he could take his aim again, well, Preacher Casey dropped him in his tracks. Good boy, Preacher Casey dropped him in his tracks. Well, they handcuffed Casey and they took him to jail, but then he got away. And he met Tom Joad by that old river bridge, and these few words he did say. Preacher Casey, these few words he did say. Well, I preached for the Lord for a mighty long time. I preached about the rich and the poor, but us working folks have got to all get together, or we ain't got a chance anymore. No, we ain't got a chance anymore. And the deputies come and Tom and Casey run to the river where the water runs down. And the deputy thug hit Casey with his club, and he laid Preacher Casey on the ground. Poor boy, he laid Preacher Casey on the ground. Tom Joad picked up that deputy's club, and he brought it down on his head. And Tommy took flight in the dark, rainy night. There was a preacher and a deputy lying dead, two men. Preacher and a deputy lying dead. Tom Joad ran back to where his mother was asleep, and he woke her up out of bed. Then he kissed goodbye to that mother that he loved, and he said what Preacher Casey said. Tom Joad said what Preacher Casey said. Everybody might be just one big soul. Well, it looks that way to me. And anywhere you look in the day or the night, that's where I'm gonna be, Ma. That's where I'm gonna be. Wherever little children are hungry and cold, wherever people ain't free, wherever men are fighting for their rights, that's where I'm gonna be, Ma. That's where I'm gonna be. Thanks a lot.
Have you seen that vigilante man? Have you seen that vigilante man? Have you seen that vigilante man? I've been hearing his name all over the land. Now what is vigilante man? Tell me, what is a vigilante man? Does he carry a gun and a club in his hand? that the vigilante man? Rainy night down in the engine house, sleeping just as still as a mouse. Long come a man and chased us out in the rain. Is that the vigilante man? I've rambled around from town to town. I've rambled round from town to town. They herded us around like a wild herd of cattle. Is that the vigilante man? Preacher Casey was just a working man, and he said, unite all you working men. Killed him in a river, some strange man. Is that the vigilante man? Now why does a vigilante man, tell me why does a vigilante man carry that sawed-off shotgun in his hand? Would he shoot his brothers and sisters down? Have you seen that vigilante man? Have you seen that vigilante man? Have you seen that vigilante man? I've been hearing his name all over the land. Why do your warships ride on my waters? Why do your death bombs fall from my sky? Why do you burn my farms and my cities? I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. Why do your ships haul death to my people? Nitro blockbusters, big cannons and guns. Why doesn't your ship bring some food and warm clothing? I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. Hungry lips ask me wherever I go. Comrades and friends all falling around me. I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. Why can't my two hands get a good paid job? I can still plow, plant, I can still sow. Why did your law book chase me off my good land? I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. What good work did you do, sir? I've got to ask you to give you my money right out of my hand. I built your big house here to hide from my people. Why do you crave to hide so? I'd sure love to know. I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. Hungry lips ask me wherever I go. Comrades and friends all falling around me. I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. You keep me in jail and you lock me in prison. Your hospital's jammed and your crazy house full. Why did your cop kill my trade union worker? I'm asking you, sir, 'cause I've just got to know. Why can't I get work and cash my big paycheck? Why can't I buy things in your place and your store? Why do you close my plant down and starve all my buddies? I'm asking you, sir, 'cause I've just got to know. I've got to know, friend, I've got to know. Hungry lips ask me wherever I go. Comrades and friends all falling around me. I'm asking you, Mr. Cheney, I'm asking you, Mr. Bush, I'm asking you, Mr. Putin, I'm asking you, Mr. Assad, I'm asking you, Mr. Netanyahu, 'cause I've sure got to know.
You just heard 4 songs from our tribute to Woody Guthrie, held in San Luis Obispo, California on July 18, 2014. Buellton resident Randall Lamb opened that set with 2 by Woody, followed by Archie Logsdon, also known as Lost Hills. We'll be bringing our Woody Guthrie tribute to Soho in Santa Barbara on Tuesday, July 21st. Get on our mailing list at songwritersatplay.com and we'll be sure to remind you. After the break, Woody Guthrie songs get the full band treatment. Next on Songwriters at Play. What are the odds that during the same year that Central Coast Music celebrates its 25th anniversary, that they also win the New Times Best Music Store on the whole gosh darn Central Coast? And how do you think that Eddie Frawley and his merry band of music merchandisers celebrated? By remodeling the entire store and buying a bunch of new guitars and other musical stuff. So come on in and see the new improved Central Coast Music and all the cool new stuff they got. But they have the same great prices and service that made New Times readers vote overwhelmingly for Central Coast Music as the best music store on the whole Central Coast. Central Coast Music on Morro Bay Boulevard in Morro Bay. They're instrumental in making music on the Central Coast. Welcome back to Songwriters at Play. Highlights from the live music events held all over the Central Coast. It was in the Ozarks of Missouri that she learned the fine art of pickin' and grinnin'. Her name is Michael Ann, and she was on tour last summer promoting a new album with backup from the LA-based trio called Fiddle and Pine. Turned out that Michael Ann is also a big fan of the music of Woody Guthrie. So she and Fiddle and Pine joined us for our tribute concert in San Luis Obispo on July 18th, 2014.
I'm a dust bowl refugee, just a dust bowl refugee. From the dust bowl to the peach bowl, now the peach fuzz is killing me. Cross the highway to the sea, came my wife, my kids and me. It's a hard old dusty highway for a dust bowl refugee. But it's always been that way, here today and on our way. Down that mountain, across the desert, just a dust bowl refugee. We are ramblers, so they say. We are only here today. Then we travel with the seasons, we're the dust bowl refugee. Da 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 da, da da da, da 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 da, da da da. Abby, take a solo. Here we go. Come on, here we go. And I'm a dust bowl refugee, just a dust bowl refugee. From the dust bowl to the peach bowl, now that peach fuzz is killing me. Now that peach fuzz is killing me. Riding on paint, leading from the stone, going to Montana to throw a hole in hand. They feed the coolies. Whoa. Jones had a daughter and a son. One went to college and the other went wrong. He lost his wife in a boom fight. Still he keeps singing from morning to night. Right around real slow. Well, the fire and the snuffing are rearing to go. Right around real slow. Well, the fire and the snuffing are rearing to go. When I die, take my saddle off the wall, put it on the pony and leave the stall. Tie my bows to his back, turn our faces toward the west. We'll ride the prairie that we like the best. Right around real slow. Well, the fire and the snuffing are rearing to go. Right around real slow. Well, the fire and the snuffing are rearing to go. Right around real slow. Well, the fire and the snuffing are rearing to go. Right around real slow. Well, the fire and the snuffing are rearing to go.
Thank you.
I'm going down this long, dusty road. I'm going down this long, dusty road. Come on with me. I'm going down this long, dusty road. Lord, Lord, ain't gonna be treated this way. Well, I'm going where the water tastes like wine. Yeah, I'm going where the water tastes like wine. Well, I'm going where the water tastes like wine. Lord, Lord, ain't gonna be treated this way. Takes a $10 shoe to fit my feet. Well, a $10 shoe to fit my feet. Well, a $10 shoe to fit my feet. Lord, Lord, ain't gonna be treated this way. Well, my children need 3 square meals a day. How many know what I'm talking about? My children need 3 square meals a day. Well, my children need 3 square meals a day. Lord, Lord, ain't gonna be treated this way. dusty road. I'm going down this long, dusty road. I'm going down this long, dusty road. Oh, Lord, ain't gonna be treated this way. Ain't gonna be treated this way. Ain't gonna be treated this way.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve, so much. Thank you all.
The singer is a woman named Michael Ann. She was accompanied by the trio called Fiddle and Pine, which consists of Abby Posner on banjo, Jesse Olima on fiddle, and Graham Chapman on upright bass. They played our Woody Guthrie tribute concert in San Luis Obispo, California on July 18, 2014. This Songwriters at Play radio show is produced and voiced by Cliff Stepp, with live sound, script, and talent booking by Steve Key. Check out our calendar at songwritersatplay.com for details on upcoming shows. Our theme song is by Matthew White of Ballistic Cats. Thanks to Pepper Daniels and everybody at the Crush 92.5, the perfect blend. Tell everyone you know on Facebook and in the real world to listen to Songwriters at Play every Tuesday at 5 p.m. and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. on The Crush. Listen to past shows at songwritersatplay.com or on iTunes or with the TuneIn app or on YouTube. This is show number 189.
I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Brian Hanratty. I'm a dentist over in Pismo Beach, California, one of the finest places on the planet. And I'm just absolutely stoked. The lifestyle and the friendliness of the people is just unsurpassed. I love surfing. I surf pretty much every day. It's been one of the highlights of my life. Keeps my back strong enough to be able to do the dentistry. I got into dentistry as a pilot. Years ago, I started flying with a group called Flying Samaritans. These people basically changed my life. The dentists that went down with us were some of the finest humanitarians I've ever experienced, and I wanted to be like that. So at age 39, I started my medical prerequisites, and I started dental school at age 41 with 5 children.
Hey, I'm your dentist. You have a friend in me. I'm here to help you.
That's Dr. Brian Hanratty, the singing dentist, at 509 Five Cities Drive in Pismo Beach, where dental care is fun and friendly.